हेलो एवरीवन। जैसे कि आज हम लोग को देखना था क्या, रिपोर्टिंग। जैसे कि इन लास्ट क्लासेस आप लोग को पता है कि एक एरर आ रहा था एंट्री करते समय। एक बार चेक कर लेते हैं एरर रिजॉल्व हुआ कि नहीं हुआ। अदरवाइज वी आर फोकसिंग टुडे ऑन रिपोर्टिंग पार्ट, क्योंकि रिपोर्टिंग पार्ट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट। जब भी आप कहीं वर्क करोगे, कहीं काम करोगे, तो मैनेजमेंट या सीनियर दे वांट्स ओनली रिपोर्ट। ओके, सो वी आर फोकसिंग टुडे ऑन रिपोर्ट्स। So FB50, we are working on that. FB50. Okay, now the problem is resolved, I think. Otherwise, the error will come on this point. Being expense paid. H is for credit. 3000. Okay. Now, before saving this document, we need to simulate this entry. Now you can put the reference number, just like INV, invoice number. Document header text, you can put expense payment entry. Okay. So now go into the simulation. Now you can check the details if you want. Now after that, you need to just save this entry. Now the entry is working. Now go into the document and just check again. Just go into the display. Now you can see the document number is generated. This is your document number. Okay, most of the students are confused that the document number we need to save or not. It is not mandatory. It is not needed, because you can check your entries through the GL. Okay, so it is not necessary to record these document numbers. Okay, now the entry is working, so we are today we are going to learn F-02 also. There are two ways to post the entry. The first way is FB50. The second way is F-02. Now you can see from this view, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger. When you go into the general ledger, there is a document entry. FB50 we have learned GL account document, and suppose we are going to learn F-02. This is called GL posting. When you hit enter, now you can see here the document date is asking here. Okay, now this is called just like FB50 is called single screen entry, where you can see a single screen and you can pass your entry. But here you will go through the different screens. Just like at first the document date you need to put. Now the document type in FB50 you can post only the GL document, that is SA. But F-02 is a place from where you can post any types of entry. You can change this document type. If you want to post any asset related transaction, you can post through F-02. If you want to post any customer invoice, you can also post from here. Okay, any types of transaction you can post. So F-02 is a very powerful place from where you can post any types of entry and you can hit any account. Are you getting my point? but present time we are going to post entry SA, that is GL document. Now the company code, if you want to change the company, suppose I need to post any entry in another company, we can change the company code here also. And the posting date, you know very well, the posting period. Now here period is also appearing 10th means January. The currency, if you want to change, you can change it. Okay, present time I'm going to pass the entry in INR. Document number not needed. Reference number, invoice number you can put. Cross company code number, it not mandatory. Now document header text, suppose again I'm going to post the expense payment entry. Now tab, use tab button. The tab button, if you use easily, you can post the entry. Now here you can see the posting key. What is the posting key? 40. Now in FB50 you need not to give any posting key, okay, but when you are going to post the entry in F-02, you need to know what is the posting key. That's why I teached you at first FB50, then you are going to learn F-02, because in FB50 you know what is the posting key. 40 and 50. 40 is for debit the GL and 50 is credit the GL. Okay, so 40 is debit. Now this is called first line item. This is called first line item. Now what account you are going to hit, what account you are going to debit it. Okay, so just press F4, keyword I am going to select Deep, and I am going to take GL, suppose stationery expense. Okay, and then you can see here SGL indicator, there is no, it is not mandatory. Transaction type, it is not mandatory. Okay, when we are going to post asset transaction, at that time we need to put the transaction type. In GL posting it is not required, so we can skip it. Just hit enter. When you hit enter, the next screen will appear. Now it is showing there the GL account is stationery expense. Okay, this is the first line item, debit entry. Now put the amount of debit entry. Debit is stationery, and what is the amount of stationery expense you need to put here. Suppose the stationery expense is 4,000 rupees. So I'm putting here. Now text code, I'm not going to put any text code over here. Business place, cost center, if you want to put here cost center, but we will learn it later on. No. Profit center, document, value date, due on, assignments, text. Now the second line item, next line item is 50. That means credited. Now I am going to define the credit item, credit account, FO. Suppose I am going to select cash account, then hit enter. No need to put GL indicator, no need to put transaction type, new company code. There is no needed, not needed. So you need to just hit enter. When you hit enter, you can see here it is asking for the relevant text because I am putting the text code on. Just you have to enter. After entering, you can skip that thing. Now the amount you want, suppose you forgot the amount. Suppose you forgot the amount. What was the amount? I don't know. Suppose, so you can, for that uses, it is showing here a star. So automatically the amount will picked. Okay. And for the narration, you need to put plus button. It will copy the narration. Now hit enter. You can see. Okay, in multi-screen star plus is used maximum. A single screen you can see the amount, both debit and credit. So there is no any confusion, but here maybe suppose you are posting any debit side and sometime you are on the call, phone, you receive a phone call and after that you forgot the amount. What was the amount? So at that time you can use star plus. Okay. Then before saving the entry, we need to simulate this entry. Okay. So just go into the document. There is a simulate. Now here you can see the detail of this transaction. Internal document. Okay. 2023 fiscal year. INV amount 4,000. Now I am going to save this entry. Control S. Okay. Now the document number is generated. If you want to see the entry, go in document and display. Now you can check the entry. The document number you can see here. Recently, the last transaction you can see from the display. Now the next thing, same entry I am going to post. I am going to post the same entry, but I am just taking a different currency. F-02. The same date I am going to take. Suppose I need to post this entry in dollar, USD. Okay. Suppose same entry I am going to post. Suppose marketing expense. Okay. Now I'm here. You can see here the amount is showing here in dollar. And it will also convert this amount into local currency. Just like the amount is 1000 US dollar. Now you can see the conversion rate is also already defined behind the, already the conversion rate is defined. Now you can assess what is the conversion rate. $1 is equal to 70 rupees. Being marketing expense bill paid 50. Now I'm going to select the bank account SBI, then enter. Now the amount I need to just copy. Okay. Now plus. Now control S. Okay. So when you go and display the entry, now you can see the US dollar is showing here. Okay. So display currency. When you click on this button, display currency. Now you can check the entry in your local currency. Okay. So I think this button you have learned. Now this button is also you learn. So gradually you can learn these buttons. Okay. General laser view I will tell you later on. So normally it is showing the document currency because I have passed this document in US dollar. But if you want to change the display currency, suppose in local currency, so you can see. Clear? Document header text, already I have taught you. You can check the more details over here. No. If you want to make the changes, suppose if you want to do any changes, you cannot change the debit and credit side. You can only change the assignment number and the text narration. You can see here the edit button is display edit button. Now when you click on this button, now here double click, I am just going to double click on this. Now here you can see the cursor is comes on. Now here you can see we can change the assignment number, we can change the narration. So through the edit you can only edit the narration. Assignment number you can see the date. It is exactly, you can see it is showing the date, but 25th January 2024. Are you getting my point? So if anyone asks you what are the things we can change after posting an entry, so you can say only we can change the assignment number and narration, that means text. We can do the changes over here. Now FB50 we have learned and F-02 we have learned. What is the major difference between these two? I think it is already I have mentioned in your notes. Now here you can see GL posting F-02. Now very powerful place where from where you can pass any entry, even though related to a customer, related to vendor, related to asset, related to GL, related to material also. And GL document posting FB50, this is called SAP enjoy transaction. Why we are calling it enjoy transaction? Where everything is already given, most of the things already given to you, just only you need to put the debit and credit side and you need to put the amount and narration, these things. Okay, but when you post when you are going to post the entry in F-02, you need to define what is the document type, what is the currency, what is the okay period. Now the GL parking is also there, but before that we need to learn the reporting part. Line item display, if you want to see the reports, the T code is FBL3N. And if you want to check the daybook, the T code is FB03. Okay, so just like in Tally, if you learn Tally, then there is a daybook where you can check the all entries, even though related to purchase, related to sales, payment receipts, each and everything. Same as you can see here. And when you see the daybook in Tally, then there is you need to save from and to, from which date to which date you want to see the entries. So same way here you can also. Now we need to work today on reporting. The first thing we need to learn FBL3N. FBL3N is used to check the report laser wise. You can say laser wise. It is called GL account line item display. That means if you want to check the report in laser wise, so here you can see I am going to select a laser. Suppose marketing expense.
दोनों लेजर मान के लेना पता है कि कौन सा मतलब हमने एक्सपेंस किया है या फिर किसी को पेमेंट भी किया है टोटल एंट्री देखने के लिए मतलब जैसे आपने
Daybook.
तो देखो तो यही है और यही
No, it is the laser wise report because I am just selecting marketing expense. Now I can view all the entries related to marketing expense only. Okay.
yes sir.
So now here you can see the GL posting. SA is GL posting. SA is the GL posting. The rest of the entries are KR, that means vendor invoice. Okay. So yes. Now document type is depend on the transaction, how which types of transaction you are going to post. Here we are just learning GL related documents, how we can post the GL related transaction. So all the GL related transactions we need to post in SA document. Now here you can see the total amount also 1,14,000. Now if we see here, just you can see this is showing the amount 70,000. It is local currency, but I have passed this entry in US dollar. So if you want to see the document currency, this is amount showing in local currency na, but I want to see the amount in document currency. Document currency, you know, ये जो एंट्री हमने पास किया है वो किस करेंसी में हमने पास किया था, वो डॉक्यूमेंट करेंसी होती है. So if you want to change the layout, go into the change layout and you need to see the hidden fields. Here the hidden field is showing there. There is a document currency maybe show. You need to find the document currency, amount in local currency. amount in document currency. And document currency also you want to see is this US dollar or euro. So I'm taking both of them and I'm just going to in show column. Now you can see here business area is nothing, having nothing value. So I just wanted to remove this column text and clearing document I want to remove. So the business area I want to remove, text code I want to remove, clearing document I want to remove. I can send the hidden fields. I want to remove the, sorry, reduce the length of the text column. So I'm going to set it 30. It is very wide, you can see here. It is very wide. So I'm just reducing the length of this column. Now you can see. Now the document currency, all the transaction, most of the transaction in INR also. Just only a single transaction is in USD, last one, 25th one. We have passed the entry in US dollar, but here we can see the local currency 70,000. Are you getting my point? So ये रिपोर्ट तो बहुत जरूरी है ना कि हमने एंट्री एग्जैक्टली क्या था डॉक्यूमेंट, ये तो इस डॉलर में था बट लोकल करेंसी भी शो कर रहा है. Suppose I want to see always this report and always I need to customize the report. We need to always go into this and add the document currency and document currency amount. So I just wanted to set it. I want to save this report. Okay. So just one thing more. I'm going to also reduce the column of amount in currency. This is 10. I'm going to reduce to 15. Assignment number. Document currency. Okay. 115. Amount in DC. DC means document currency. Now you can take a printout, suppose. And now I just wanted to save this report. So there you can see select layout. There is, it is save layout. So I want to save this layout. Just click on this button. Now here you can see the description, and this is the layout. A standard report it is. You need to save this layout just like I am going to save this layout. Deep 20, today's date is 25, so I am going to save it 25. Okay. Now it is saved. Layout is saved now. Now you can see in the status bar, it is saved now. Now I am going back. FBL3N. One thing more. You can see in this display how which transaction you have uses. You can see the list of these transaction. Directly you can select also and then hit enter. I think this is marketing expense. Okay. Now you can see it is showing the default, but you need to select your layout. How you can select your layout? This is the button. Select layout. Now here you can see Deep 25. Okay. Now just double click on it. Now you can see your report. Are you getting my point? Now these three buttons you know very well, I think. The first thing is change layout. Now the second is you can save your layout. Now the printing is very simple. Directly you can print from this. But if you want to see the preview, just like I think preview is not allowed. The print is like same. Okay. Print will be the same as you can display. But if you are going to print, the output device should be there. LPT1, LPT2, what was there. Okay, you can print over there. Now the send, if I want to send it on Excel or something and all, so we can send it, but we know that it is restricted to us. We cannot send any report on Excel or something not. But when you send this, then the option is given Excel format PDF format or Word format, any format you can send. You can see here it is not highlighted. It is restricted basically. Hmm. Now what is this? I think I have taught you. Suppose now send ascending descending. You need to select the, just like I'm selecting the document date. At first select. If you are not selecting now, so if you doing this, so it will ask these types of information and you will be confused or it will take more time. So the simply if you want to reduce your time, you need to just select this column and just you can click on this button. Now you can see the latest transaction you can see on first and the previous transaction is on the below. Now suppose I want to filter or I want to see only the GL posting. I don't want to see the vendor invoice. So just go into the type, select type and just you can filter this. When I filter, it will ask which types of document you want to see. I want to see, you can see only two transactions is showing there, here and SA, because these are available. So just I am going to select SA transactions. That means GL posting. I can see only the GL posting. Now we can take a printout of GL posting only. Are you getting my point? So this way you can use the filter button also. Now you want to see all of them. So just click on this button and you can remove this filter. Remove this filter and OK. Okay, so how can you filter the transactions and how can you remove that filtration? I think you have no. Now the next buttons gradually I will tell you later on. At first you have to work on these things 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these buttons you need to know. Now what is this? This is display sum. If you want to do some of the transactions according to the transaction you can sum, but you can see desired operation cannot be performed for column document type. It is not, because there is no any amount. If you are going to select this one and if you are going to sum, select at least one column. Okay, select and total is already showing it. Subtotaling. Now if you want to subtotal, select as this and subtotal. Now here invoice is separately sum. You can see the total of GL posting separately and you can see the total of vendor invoice separately. The document type wise it is subtotal. The amount GL posting is 93,000 and it is 21,000. So this is subtotal. So it will be maybe work. How I have do this? I'm just going to remove it. Okay, it is not. Select. No, it is removed. You need to select this. Suppose I am selecting an amount and I am just going to click. Now it is showing that if you are going to subtotal, you need to select any category, na? So it will not be work. So you need to select the type because you want to see the total of vendor invoice separately and GL account separately. Now you can subtotal. Now if you want to see the total of date wise, if you want to see the total according to the date, then how you could do this? You need to select the date, you need to select the subtotal. The date wise you can also make the total. In which day, on which date, how many expenses we have done, you can see the detail. The total of 30th, 4th, 23, only 8,000. Only a single transaction is happening on the separate date. I think on 4th there is two transactions are there. One is 10,000, one is 1,000. So you can see here the total amount is 11,000. So the subtotal, the base of subtotal you need to define. The base of subtotal is what? Here the base of subtotal is what? Date. Date is the base. जयदीप नहीं ध्यान दे रहे हो, नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो आप बोल सकते हो ना कि सर थोड़ा सा हिंदी भी बोल दीजिए। यहाँ पे सब टोटल हम लोग किसके आधार पे देख रहे थे? डेट के आधार पे। तो सब टोटल हम डेट के आधार पे कर सकते हैं, डॉक्यूमेंट टाइप के आधार पे कर सकते हैं, समझ रहे हो? तो ये आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। तो आई थिंक सब टोटल भी क्लियर हो गया। टोटल तो दिख ही रहा है। सेलेक्ट द अमाउंट एंड टोटल हट गया। Now again select the column and see the total. Normally by default total is showing. Total by default दिखता है आपको। Now the next report we need to see FB03. Now what is FB03? It is day book. From here you can see all the transactions. You need to remove this. Sorry, don't remove it. Go into the document list. Now you need to. I want to see the all transaction related to this company. Now you need to set the date, posting date. From which date to which date you want to see the transaction. Suppose I want to see the January entry. One thing more. In SAP, when you are putting the date, you need to put only dot. Don't try to use slash or dash. Slash or dash, it will not taking here. One way also to put the date is this one. 01/01/2024. This is also a way to put the date. Are you getting my point? No need to put the separator. सेपरेटर डालने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, डॉट डालने की भी कोई जरूरत नहीं है, आप डायरेक्टली ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो। 25/01/2024। इस डेट से इस डेट तक के हम ट्रांजेक्शन्स को देखना चाहते हैं। Now going to the execute button. We know that in SAP every report you need to execute. हर रिपोर्ट को आपको क्या करना होता है? Execute. Now here you can see the all transactions from date 1 to day 25. A huge transaction is here, you can see. Now I want to filter these transactions. Just select the type and just filter. I just wanted to see the SA. You can see here on, you can see these types of transaction is putting over here. Now you need to select SA. That means I want to see only the GL posting. Now you can see there is a GL posting. These all are GL posting related transactions. Okay. So this is a way to filter. If I customize it, now here you can see the if you want to increase the more column, you can increase from change layout. So these columns you can add. ये सारे कॉलम हम उसमें क्या कर सकते हैं? ऐड कर सकते हैं। Username. I'm just selecting username. Now, okay. Now you can see which user is posting. It is not showing the username properly. Exactly here, the username is not defined. So if the username defined, so username is also appearing. Which user have posted this entry? So I think yes, during the entry, you can also post the सो दीज ऑल कॉलम्स, ये सारे वो कॉलम है जिनको आप क्या कर सकते हो, ऐड कर सकते हो। ठीक है, जो भी तुम्हें चाहिए, करेंसी भी चाहिए, आप यहाँ पे रख सकते हो, है ना। तो ये सारे के सारे ट्रांसलेशन डेट, रेफरेंस, इफ यू वांट टू सी द इनवॉइस नंबर, जस्ट लाइक वी हैव पुट इट समवेयर एल्स, कुछ जगहों पे हमने वो भी डाला है ना। अरे मैंने ऐड नहीं किया, सॉरी। रेफरेंस नंबर में नॉर्मली हम लोग बिल नंबर डालते हैं। रेफरेंस नंबर को हम लोग को पहले क्या करना होगा, ऐड करना होगा, देन ओके। ये करना, मैं तो कहीं किसी किसी ने भरा है रेफरेंस नंबर, हमने तो मोस्टली में भरा है। आज जो हम लोग ने ट्रांजेक्शन किया, देखो ये जो भी ट्रांजेक्शन वो देखने को मिल रहा है, ये सब देखो हम लोग ने भरा था ना यहाँ पे। सो इनवॉइस वाइज इक्वल, इनवॉइस नंबर वाइज आप चेक कर सकते हो। These are the document number. Now here you can see the most of the transaction are in sequence, है ना, document number, most of the transaction. The date is also showing, the year is also showing, the period is also showing. All the transactions are related to January. So this is daybook, a type of daybook. Now I have filtered it, so I can remove this filter. Yes, before doing this you need to select the column, just like I am selecting this one, and then go into the filter and just delete it, and now you can execute. Now all the transaction you can see. Now if you want to filter it date wise, just select this and descending order. Now you can see the all transaction in descending order. Okay, so you have to work out on this. आपको इस डिस्प्ले रिपोर्ट पे थोड़ा वर्कआउट करना है, इसको अच्छे से समझना है, क्योंकि आपको क्या करना होता है आपको पता है, आप लोग ने तो काम भी किया, वर्किंग भी किया है, तो आपको पता है जब मैनेजमेंट मांगता है तो बार बार क्या मांगता है, रिपोर्ट्स, टाइम टू टाइम रिपोर्ट्स। तो एंट्री करना तो इम्पोर्टेंट है, बट उससे भी ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है कि हम रिपोर्ट कैसे निकालेंगे, क्योंकि वो कुछ भी मांग लेता है रिपोर्ट, कि यार ये वाला रिपोर्ट जा दे दो, वो वाला रिपोर्ट दे दो। सो यू नीड टू नो हाउ वी कैन फाइंड आवर डिजायर्ड रिपोर्ट। क्लियर? नाउ दिस वन इज ऑल्सो एक्सपेंड, इफ देयर इज अ कोई बटन अगर ऐसा अगर तुम्हें दिखेगा यहाँ पे कहीं प्लस में, तो उसको एक्सपेंड करने के लिए बटन यूज होता है। क्लियर है? तो फिलहाल तो कोई एक्सपेंड है नहीं, देखो यहाँ पे क्लिक किया, देयर इज नथिंग। प्लस बटन जहाँ दिखेगा वहीं पे ये चीज, ये बटन का क्या होगा, एक्सपेंड द रिपोर्ट, रिपोर्ट को एक्सपेंड करने के लिए, जस्ट लाइक इन टैली अल्ट F1 इज देयर डिटेल। Now F-02 we have learned, FB50 we have learned. F-43 is there. F-43 is also used to post your entry, okay, in foreign currency. This is basically foreign currency invoice. This is vendor invoice basically. So I'm not going to teach you vendor invoice. Later on we will learn. So I'm going to over the class today because you need to work out on this. So post your entry in both F-02 and also in FB50. FB50 is a FB50 and F-02. FB50 is a enjoy transaction, is simply you can post your entry as previous, and F-02 is a multi-screen and also try to post compound entry. Try to post compound entry. Just like मैं यहाँ पे कुछ एक compound entry आपको post करके दिखाता हूँ. Suppose आप marketing expense कर रहे हो, मार्केटिंग एक्सपेंस आपने किया और आपने पेमेंट दो मोड से किया है, कुछ पेमेंट आपने कैश कर दिया, कुछ पेमेंट आपने चेक से किया। ऐसा होता है मोस्ट ऑफ द ट्रांजेक्शन के केस में. So same expenses I am going to do marketing expense and then hit enter. The amount is suppose 20,000, 25,000. Marketing expense will paid. Now here we need to put the posting key. If you want to see the more posting key, you can press F4. There's a different posting key is showing here. Two thing I have taught you. 40 50. 40 is for G for GL, D for debit. 50 is for G for GL and C for credit. 70 is A for asset, D for debit. 75 is A for asset and C for credit. Means 70 is, if we are going to put the 70 is to debit asset and 75 is crediting an assets. So same as vendor. Here V is vendor, C for credit. जब वेंडर इनवाइस बनता है तो वेंडर को क्रेडिट करना पड़ता है ना. सही है ना. कभी कभी वेंडर को डेबिट भी करना पड़ता है. जब क्रेडिट मेमो हो, सामान वापसी हो या उसको पेमेंट कर रहे हो, वेंडर को जब पेमेंट करोगे तो क्या होगा, डेबिट होगा ना वेंडर. सो वहाँ 25 नंबर है पोस्टिंग की. इनवाइस बनते समय 31 है. तो सबका अलग अलग पोस्टिंग की है. धीरे धीरे हम लोग सीखेंगे. अभी तो हम लोग 40-50 पे वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं. So I am going to make the payment of some payment of from bank. Hit enter, just like I am taking here 15,000 rupees. You can see here, you can see here, just you can see here. Again we need to put 50. टोटल मार्केटिंग एक्सपेंस कितना था, 25,000. 15,000 मैंने किससे दिया, बैंक से. बाकी 10,000 किससे देने वाला हूँ, कैश से. Again I have put it over here 50 from SBI bank. Click enter. How much amount is the left, just you can put the star button. It will also take the balance amount. कितना बढ़िया ये, क्यों. तो स्टार बटन तो बहुत यूज में आएगा आपके. now here you can see the item number 3 line item I have recorded. Now you can see the simulation where you can check the proper entry. Now here you can see the proper entry. The marketing expense is debited by 25,000. Okay, now you want to change it, double click on it, go back, only check the both is from bank, huh? Marketing expense, this is the next button. Yes, 15,000 next. Because I have not saved this entry, so we can change. So I'm going to click on this button, posting key. I need to exit this entry. Again I am going to post this entry. I'm not putting reference and document header. How much amount, 25,000. Same amount we are going to take. The 50,
What do you mean?
at first we need to select
Okay.
bank.
No. SBI 15,000. Uh,
15,000,
okay.
again 50. Now we need to select cash. Hmm. Now we are going to simulate this entry. Now we can see. Now the entry is correct. Now we can save it.
Yes.
Okay, so this way you can post the compound entry in SAP in F-02. Okay. If you want to see the report, just go into the document and see the display. And also if you want to see the report, FBL3 and FB03 is there through the daybook, through the GWL wise report. तो आज के लिए इतना काफी है.
Yeah, so.
So thank you for watching this video. Tomorrow we will learn the new topic, parking posting. What is parking and what is posting? It is tomorrow's topic.